Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Sundays with Sally. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and share on YouTube to stay up to date and in the know with the latest happenings in the marine industry. And most Sundays at 10 a.m., a new episode of Sundays with Sally. So, what are we talking about this week, guys? This week, we are up at DeMillo's. We are on board a Sabre 43, as you can see behind me here, and we are talking Garmin's Surroundview. So we take a look right under the anchor roller right there. You're going to see the first of a few cameras here on board this boat as part of their Surroundview system. So we've got the first camera right there giving us a nice forward view, and now as we cut away, you guys are going to see me walking down the side of the boat. Hey, look at that, me waving back. You see the camera right there? There is the next camera in the lineup for our surround view system. Now, we have the exact same camera on the other side of the boat to allow for this 360 imaging. And as we make our way back, you're going to see right behind this vent right here is another camera. Now, these are very small, unobtrusive cameras. They're placed in the hull to allow for a 360 surround view. Now, if you're going to have a 360 surround view, you need to have a rear view. And if you're going to be on a boat like this Sabre, where oftentimes there is a dinghy across the back, you cannot put your camera on the stern right there. So now it needs to be up on the mast. So Sabre has done a really nice job from day one in this 43 of integrating that camera into the mast. It's designed to fit in there. It's not an afterthought. So that is all of the cameras and all of the camera placement as you've seen me kind of walking around. So now why don't we hop on board this boat, and I'm going to give you guys kind of a quick overview of how this system works and what all is involved, and why if you're looking to build a new Sabre and you see that option box and you're not quite sure what it is, let's dive into it. Let's go check it out. So let's hop on board, let's check it out and go from there. All right, guys, so check it out. Here we are on board the Sabre 43. As you can see, we have a pair of the Garmin Volvo Penta 17-inch displays on here. And into that, we have piped in on the Garmin network, the Vessel View system. So if we go in here, it's going to look, as we bring this up on the screen over here on the overlay, it's going to look just like your normal chart plotter screen. If we hit home, we go to Vessel, and you're going to see, again, we have the normal things like our active captain and our video and engine and vessel and all those things. But if I scroll over, you're going to see a new icon there. That is Surround View. So if I go ahead and I click into the Surround View here, you're going to see a very far overhead view on the left side of the screen there, as well as two images on the right. Now we can select one or two images on this right-hand side here from that. So it's going to look a little convoluted in this overhead shot because the boat is on the hard. So obviously these cameras, as they shoot out, are going down. These are aimed and set up to be done to be reading basically 18 inches above the water. You're floating dock height, if you will. So that's why it looks a little bit kind of skewed here. So if we can come in on this left side of the screen and we can actually go ahead and zoom in on this image, and it's going to start to kind of make a little bit more sense as we look at things here. But one of the nice features that we can do with this dual camera, or with this setup and then the dual monitoring, you're going to see over here on the two right-hand screens on top of each other, we have a vessel icon. If we touch on it, we can choose what side we want to see. So if we want to come in here and we want to see our starboard bow area, there we go. Now I'm looking at my starboard bow area. I can come back in here and go, okay, I want to look at my starboard quarter because I'm getting ready to dock, and I want to look at my transom. That's what I have there. I can then come in here to options, and I can turn on the visual bumper. And now this is going to kind of let me know my safe space around the boat as I'm getting near the dock. This is kind of my visual representation when I'm getting into things. But if you want to add that and step that up another level, something you're familiar with on most new cars, we can go ahead and we can add in the distance marker. Now what you need to know as I turn that there is distance marker is only going to show up on the two cameras you have shown here. We're not going to get distance markers all the way around the boat. And the nice thing with this is if you're coming in and you're going to be doing a starboard side tie, I can then take this image and I can skirt it over there just a little bit, and because I really don't care what's on the port side. I'm doing a starboard side tie. I need to know how far off my dock is right there, or whatever I'm getting near. And now I have that segmented length right there for you. So it's very easy to look at this. Almost every new car today has some form of this bird's eye view. So you've got that functionality with this system under the surround view. Another cool feature here is because of all those cameras I showed you guys in the intro with all of this, if I come into home and I go into video, I can then bring up each one of these cameras independently. If I don't want to have the stitched together bird's eye view or anything, I can come in here and go to source, and now here's a list of all of my cameras. So if I just want to see what's directly in front of me as we look out the window here, there it is. That's what's directly in front of me, looking under the anchor roller, looking out. There we go. That's going to give me a really good idea of what's in the water around me. And the same thing, I can come in here and go to my port bow camera and look over there and get everything that's happening over there. The other thing I can do here is, you see, there is a bird's eye view from here as well. So if I close that out, you can see it's skewed it over. I don't have my visual bumpers on here, but it has skewed the image, and I can move it around to see what I want to see from there. So there's a lot of stuff to unpack with this, and the image is a little skewed right now. Like I said, this is set up to be in the water and reading, so these things that are kind of what would be below water level are showing as a little skewed on here for this bird's eye view. Once this gets in the water, we'll do the confident helm, we'll get you some more footage of that and show you what this actually looks like in the real world use. Something you need to know about this system: this has to be done right now, as of today, at an OEM level, when being built from new. This is not a system that is going to be easily retrofitted back on a boat, and is not available for that at this time. So if you're doing a new build, you see the surround view, you like it, go ahead and check that box. They can't put that in after the fact. There is a lot of setup involved in getting this thing done and targeting the cameras for the stitching purposes, doing all that. I've been working with Garmin for the past 2 days to see how that whole process goes, and it is very involved, guys. I think it's about 3 to 4 hours from start to finish of targeting all of these cameras and showing you, making sure all these images lay and line up just how they're supposed to. So that, if you're thinking about it and you're kind of on the fence, this is one of the few options you can't add after the fact. So just kind of keep that in mind when you see that. So that's it. That's this week's Sundays with Sully. It's Garmin Surroundview. Hopefully you found it informative. And, maybe you give me a like, a follow, subscribe on YouTube, and hit the subscribe button, like I said, and hit the notification button. We got a bunch of videos dropping. I've got, I think I'm doing long format videos on Saturday. We've got Sundays with Sully. We've got shop walks. We've got an insane Bat Cove 39 build going on. We've got some more Sabre builds going on. We just got a lot of cool stuff. So stay tuned. You know the deal. Like, follow, subscribe, share, yada, yada, yada. We'll see you guys next week with something cool, I bet. So yeah, see you guys next week. Peace.